The restaurant was too loud, too bright, and smelled like garlic and regret. Mark Thompson tugged at the collar of his only decent shirt, second-hand, bought for his sister's wedding 3 years ago, and scanned the room for table 12. The hostess had vanished. His phone buzzed, running 10 minutes late. Don't leave, from a woman named Claire M., whose profile picture showed a golden retriever in sunglasses. He'd laughed at that for a full minute before swiping right. He spotted a 12 on a placard near the back, half hidden behind a potted ficus. A single red rose lay across the bread plate. Perfect. He slid into the chair, heart hammering like it did the day the foreclosure notice arrived. Across from him sat a woman in a navy blazer, hair twisted into a knot sharp enough to slice bread. She was staring at her phone, lips moving silently, counting something. She looked up. Gray eyes, storm cloud serious. "You're late," she said. Mark opened his mouth to apologize. He was early, actually, but the words jammed. She wasn't Claire. Claire had freckles and a dog. This woman looked like she ate spreadsheets for breakfast. Table 12, he managed. Her eyebrow arched. "You're Mark?" He nodded, confused. She exhaled through her nose, set the phone face down. "You're not what I expected." Mark almost laughed. "Same, lady." Let's pause right here, because if your heart's already racing, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss what happens when the real Claire shows up. Trust me, you'll want the full story. Mark's palm sweated against the linen tablecloth. The woman, her name was Evelyn Hart, he'd learn later, signaled the waiter with 2 fingers like a general calling artillery. "Sparkling water. No lime. And whatever he's having, put it on my tab." She glanced at Mark. "You look like a coffee guy." "Decaf," he said weakly. "Doctor's orders." She almost smiled. Almost. The waiter returned with a tiny silver pot. Mark wrapped both hands around the cup, grounding himself. He hadn't been on a date since his wife, Sarah, died 4 years ago. Cancer. Fast. Left him with a 6-year-old daughter, Lily, who still asked why Mommy's bed was empty. He cleared his throat. "So. Claire said she'd be here soon." Evelyn's head tilted. "Claire? The dog. Sunglasses." We matched on. Her phone buzzed. She flipped it over, read the screen, and her face went the color of the tablecloth. "Oh no." Mark leaned forward. "What?" She turned the phone. A text from Claire M. *OMG, I'm at the wrong entrance. Table 21. Who's the guy at 12? Mark stared. Then laughed, one sharp, broken sound. "I'm the guy at 12. Evelyn pressed 2 fingers to her temple. "You're not my date." "Looks like it." She started to stand. "Wait," Mark said, surprising himself. "You ordered me coffee. Least I can do is drink it." Evelyn hesitated. The restaurant noise swelled around them, clinking silverware, a baby crying, someone proposing 3 tables over. She sat back down. "Okay, real talk, have you ever sat at the wrong table? Drop your funniest mix-up in the comments. And if you're loving this, smash subscribe, we're just getting started." They drank in silence for a minute. Evelyn's posture was ramrod straight, but her fingers drummed the tablecloth. Nerves. Mark recognized the rhythm. Lily did the same thing before spelling tests. "So," he said, "who were you supposed to meet?" "My assistant set it up. Some investor. I don't do blind dates, but she insisted I get out more." Air quotes. "You?" "Lily, my daughter, hacked my phone. Said Daddy needs a friend who isn't Paw Patrol." Evelyn's mouth twitched. "How old?" 7 going on 40. She nodded like that made perfect sense. The waiter returned. Madam, your usual table is ready. Table 21. Evelyn didn't move. Give us 5 minutes. Mark blinked. She looked at him, really looked. You're wearing a wedding ring. He glanced down. The gold band was scratched, dull. Habit. Sarah, she passed. For years. I'm sorry. He shrugged, the motion too small. Some days are better. Another silence. Then, my father died last month, Evelyn said, voice flat. Left me the company. I've been drowning. Mark understood drowning. His construction business had folded when the housing market tanked. Now he drove Uber nights, fixed neighbors' leaky faucets for cash, and prayed Lily's asthma meds stayed on the discount list. The waiter hovered. Evelyn waved him off again. Mark took a leap. What do you do, Evelyn Hart, that requires assistance and usual tables? I run Hart Global. Logistics. Shipping containers, mostly. He whistled low. So you're, like, rich. Filthy, she said dryly. You? Poor as a church mouse with overdue rent. She laughed, short, surprised, real. Comment below, would you stay at the wrong table? Like if you're brave, subscribe if you're curious. 5 minutes became 20. Evelyn asked about Lily's favorite dinosaur, Triceratops, because horns. Mark asked why Evelyn's blazer had a tiny pin shaped like a cargo ship. My dad's. He wore it every board meeting. Said it reminded him why we started. Mark told her about the night Sarah taught Lily to blow dandelion seeds, how the hospital parking lot looked like snow. Evelyn listened without interrupting, which was new. Most people filled silences with pity. Then the real Claire burst in, freckles, golden retriever energy, clutching a leash with no dog. Mark. There you are. Evelyn stood. So did Mark. Claire's gaze bounced between them. Wait. You're not David the investor. Nope, Mark said. Wrong table. Claire's smile faltered. Oh. Well. Hi, Evelyn. Big fan of your sustainability report. Evelyn cut her off gently. Claire, I think Mark and I have some things to finish. Could you give us the table? Claire's jaw dropped. You're kicking me out of my own date? Borrowing him, Evelyn corrected. I'll return him in better condition. Mark felt his face burn. Claire looked at Mark. You okay with that? He thought of Lily's empty lunch account. Of the eviction notice folded in his glove box. Of the way Evelyn's eyes softened when he said Triceratops. Yeah, he said. I'm okay. If your jaw just hit the floor, hit like. And subscribe, we're about to see what happens when the CEO and the Uber dad share dessert. They ordered tiramisu because neither had eaten. Evelyn used the dessert fork like a shovel. Mark ate slowly, savoring. So, she said, hypothetically. If a logistics company needed a new maintenance contractor for their downtown warehouse. Mark's spoon paused halfway to his mouth. Hypothetically? Competitive pay. Benefits. School hours optional. He set the spoon down. You're offering me a job. I'm offering you an interview. Tomorrow. 9 a.m. I have to take Lily to school. 10 a.m. He stared. Why? Because you sat at the wrong table and didn't run when you realized. That's rarer than you think. Mark's throat tightened. I can't accept charity. It's not. It's business. My trucks break down constantly. You fix faucets for cash, bet you can handle a forklift. He laughed, watery. I actually can. The next morning, Mark dropped Lily at school in his rust-flaked Corolla. She wore the new sneakers he'd bought with plasma money. "Daddy, why are you smiling weird?" "Got an interview, kiddo." "With the dog lady?" "Different lady. CEO lady." Lily considered this. "Will she let me visit the big trucks?" "Maybe." Hart Global's lobby was glass and echoes. Mark's boots left faint dirt prints on the marble. The receptionist waved him up to the 30th floor. Evelyn waited by the elevator, blazer swapped for a soft gray sweater. She looked human. "Mark." She extended a hand. He shook it, calluses against manicured nails. She led him past cubicles to a corner office overlooking the river. On the desk, a child's drawing, stick figure girl with brown curls, holding hands with a tall man and a woman in a triangle dress. Mark's breath caught. "Lily?" She emailed it. Said to give it to the nice lady who likes boats. He laughed, eyes stinging. Evelyn opened a folder. "Job's yours if you want it. Foreman, $72,000 to start. Health. 401k, tuition reimbursement for Lily when she's older." Mark sat hard. Yes. God, yes. "But," she said, "one condition." He braced. "Friday nights. You and Lily have dinner with me. No business. Just people." He blinked. "You want to hang out with a 7-year-old? I want to not eat alone in restaurants anymore." Fast forward 3 months. Mark's new badge read Foreman, Thompson. His crew called him Boss Man and meant it. Lily's lunch account had a surplus. The eviction notice was shredded. Friday nights became sacred. Evelyn's penthouse had a kitchen bigger than Mark's old apartment. Lily taught Evelyn how to make slime. Evelyn taught Lily how to read a balance sheet for emergencies. One night, snow tapping the windows, Evelyn set down her fork. "I have a confession." Mark raised an eyebrow. "I knew it was the wrong table within 30 seconds. I stayed anyway." Lily gasped. "You tricked Daddy." Evelyn smiled at Mark. "Best decision I ever made." A year later, the restaurant, same one, hosted a small party. Table 12, red rose replaced by a tiny Triceratops figurine. Lily stood on a chair, clinking her sparkling cider. To Daddy and Evie, who sat at the wrong table and found the right family. Mark's arm was around Evelyn's waist. Her head rested on his shoulder. The waiter who'd once served them sparkling water, no lime, snapped a photo. If this story made you tear up, hit like. Share it with someone who needs to believe in wrong tables. And subscribe, because every Friday, we drop new stories about ordinary people finding extraordinary love. Comment your favorite moment below. Mine? When Lily drew the family portrait. See you at the next table. Epilogue, for the subscribers who read descriptions ***. 2 years on, Hart Global launched a scholarship for kids of single parents in trade industries, named after Sarah Thompson. Mark runs the program. Evelyn proposed on a cargo ship at sunset, ring hidden in a Triceratops piñata. Lily said yes for both of them. Sometimes the universe doesn't need GPS. Just a wrong table, a red rose, and 2 people brave enough to stay.